MadBitcoins. Today is Monday, January 20th, 2014 at 9:37 a.m. in Durango, Colorado. How about a MadBitcoins? The MadBitcoin subscriber index is at 1910, a new arbitrary round number, and also the year that Halley's Comet was first spotted. Vote MadBitcoins for the shorties. Here are today's Mad Bits. Bitcoin prices continue to hover in the $800 range, with CoinDesk BPI reporting a last of $866, a high of $885, and a low of $857. Litecoin was down as well to $23.9 a coin. This episode of Mad Bitcoins has been sponsored by viewers like you. Special thanks, and I really would like to thank subscriber number 0.10. Hardcore Mad Bitcoin supporters subscribe. Subscribe to Mad Bitcoins, even with small amounts, at madbitcoins.com. We'd also like to thank donors BTC 0.000000174, 0.019, 0.001337, that's LEET, and 0.05. Mad Bitcoins thanks you for your generous support. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of consensus. The ultimate tragedy is not the oppression and cruelty by the bad people, but the silence over that by the good people. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. I've decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word in reality. That is why right, temporarily defeated, is stronger than evil triumphant. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Every man must decide whether he will walk in the light of creative altruism or in the darkness of selfish destructiveness. Everybody can be great, because anybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and verb agree to serve. You only need a heart full of grace, a soul generated by love. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. Our scientific power has outrun our spiritual power. We have guided missiles, but misguided men. We may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. I have a dream that my 4 children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., happy birthday. UK bows to pressure, likely to reverse course on taxation of Bitcoin. Will the US be next? The UK may soon demand a cut of your Bitcoins. Watch out, Governor. Meanwhile, eBay UK to allow auctions of cryptocurrency. eBay UK is trying out cryptocurrency, opening up the long-rumored cryptocurrency category in their auctions. Will it come to the US after it's a great success? Could the UK tax decision come at a better time? Meanwhile, Apple patents mobile payment method with secure element for protecting account info. Apple may be making their own Bitcoin, but we must first subject Apple's offering to the Dovey-Barker currency test. Does the currency have dedicated meetups? The Apple people may wait in line for their currency, but will they come to meetups? Will they go door to door? Isn't it fun that the world of the future is going to be a battle between varying cryptocurrencies? Can anyone remember back to cash? Does the old world seem so far away? 6 months ago is now the distant past. Meanwhile, speaking of the past, Bitcoin entrepreneurs persist despite warnings issued by RBI. Really? Despite warnings from the Royal Bank of India, people continue using Bitcoin? Really? Hackers use connected home appliances to launch global cyber attack. Well, this is probably not true, as it's already been disproved by Boing Boing. Your refrigerator probably hasn't joined a botnet. I just wanted to read the really cool headline. Machine Fundraiser in its final week. They're Bitcoin starting at Bitcoin Starter, link below, and time is running out. They're going to transport their t-shirts to you in giant pill containers. Machine, t-shirts at Bitcoin Starter. They also accept Doge. Speaking of Doge, Dogecoin goes up in value. As Stephen Colbert said, if the market likes something, it must be true. Dogecoin has gone up in value. Despite having 100 billion coins, Dogecoin is either being pumped by large and powerful forces, or mined and bought by thousands of Dogecoin fans who may succeed in creating a powerful alternative to Bitcoin. The lesson of Doge seems to be, if you have all of the proper infrastructure for your altcoin can be a success, whether it's named after a light, a cat, or even a Doge. Dogecoin now deserves a seat at the table and will no longer be treated as a joke. Nor will Quarkcoin, which apparently was rapid mined in the first 6 months, not pre-mined. What I'm hearing now is that all altcoins are valid. But what does that really mean? How can we tell them apart? How can we rank them? Which one will be the next Litecoin? Many say WorldCoin. Something called Scharmbeck Financial claims to be an exchange for WorldCoin to dollars, and CoinMKT recently added it as an option. Is BTC-E next for WorldCoin? Megacoin, the Komodo gravity well, the mysterious creator, a value that's gone up from 30 cents to $1.10 and back to around 80 cents currently on Cryptsy. Could Megacoin be the next coin on BTC-E? Megacoin is also available on CoinMKT.com. FrancoCoin update. Open source continues to be the best source, as FrancoCoin has now adopted Megacoin's Komodo gravity well difficulty setting, an interesting test for FrancoCoin, and perhaps a sign that Megacoin is on to something. FrancoCoin is available on Cryptsy. Bitcoin Meetup Roundup. Bitcoin Tallahasse. Bitcoin Tallahasse is changing the location of the meetup to the What? Cafe on Monroe Street. The owner of the What? Cafe has expressed interest in Bitcoin. Let's see if he accepts. What? Find out on Monday, January 20th at 7 p.m. in Tallahasse, Florida. Bitcoin Cape Fear. In Wilmington, North Carolina, the number of Bitcoin users around the world is growing at a lightning pace. This meetup group is designed for Bitcoin users, merchants, monetary exchange dealers, developers, and consumers. Anyone who's interested in the success of the totally revolutionary digital currency called Bitcoin. That's right, and they're meeting up Tuesday, January 21st at 7 p.m. at a location that's TBA. That's right. Total Bitcoin awareness. Bitcoin Lehigh Valley. The Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania area is being overrun with Bitcoiners. They're having their organizational meeting Tuesday, January 21st at 7 p.m. at the Subway at Westgate Mall in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Bitcoin Silicon Valley is meeting up on Tuesday, January 21st at 6 p.m. in Sunnyvale, California at the Plug and Play Tech Center, featuring speakers Andrew Beal of Crowley Corporate Attorneys and Michael Belshi of BitGo. They've also got free soda and pizza, and next week they're featuring a special guest, Andreas Antonopoulos. Fingers crossed that they can livecast that one on Google+. All they'd need is some Wi-Fi. I'm sure they can figure that out. Also in meetup news, Holly in Durango, Colorado, the Southwest, is starting a series of free classes to educate the public about Bitcoin. Their first class is Saturday, January 25th at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the Durango Public Library, Program Room 2. Durango is also home to the Snowdown Festival, which begins this coming Wednesday and runs through Sunday morning. Look it up at snowdown.org. It's an unbelievable good time in the San Juan Mountains of southwest Colorado. Thank you, Holly, for the announcement, and thank you for discovering MadBitcoins and then watching all of the MadBitcoin videos in one day. Some call that the MadBitcoins effect. Until next time, this has been MadBitcoins. MadBitcoins. MadBitcoins.